जय सुपरिकार श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जीव की जय। जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीला AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Everyone has to say Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astotarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Mahabhagavat Srila Gaura Kishore Das Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Vaishnav Sarvabhaum Shri Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Charya Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Sada Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Swarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Gaura Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sigoho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Antar Dweep Mayapur Simanta Dweep Godrum Dweep Madhya Dweep Kola Dweep Ritu Dweep Jana Dweep Moda Druma Dweep Ruda Dweep Atmaka Shri Shri Nava Dweep Dhama Ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Kshetra Shri Jagannath Puri Dhama Ki Jai. Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Govardhan Dvadashavanatmaka Shri Braj Mandala Dham Ki Jai. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radha Madan Mohan Jiv Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Radha Shyama Sundar Radha Raman Radha Damodar Jiv Ki Jai. Shrimati Lalita Vishaka Adi Ashta Shaki Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Manjari Rati Manjari Ananga Manjari Adi Manjari Vrinda Ki Jai. Shrimati Brinda Devi Ki Jai. Shrimati Purnamasi Yogamaya Devi Ki Jai. Shri Gopi Swar Mahadev Ki Jai. Sarva Bhishta Pradata Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Shri Grantaraj Shri Chaitanya Charitamritam Ki Jai. Grantaraj Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiv Ki Jai Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Shri Nisringa Dev Ki Jai Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Charudam Charu Sampradaya Charu Acharya Ki Jai Akara Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai Aur Ananya Shaka Mat Samuha Ki Jai Shri Vishva Vaishnav Raj Sabha Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Tri Bhuvana Pavana Harinam Samkirtana Ki Jai Tri Bhuvana Mangala Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Ki Jai Shri Nityananda Mahajana Ki Jai Shri Pancha Tattva Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Prem Anande Hari Hari Bo. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jataha Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bhangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tise Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. What are they doing there? But I still don't understand. Are they working or not working? What is that? Those two. But it's not working. No, it's not working. Huh?
There is some delay.
Delay. But why is it over there?
Because
What?
if the connection will be lost,
First of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable, beloved Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa, Asto Tarasata Sri Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. And then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Siksha Gurudevs, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa, Ashtatara Sata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa, Ashtatara Sata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I offer my Dandavat Pranams to all of my Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga, and I offer my Dandavat Pranams to all of my Siksha Guru Varga. And I offer my Dandavat Pranams to all the Vaishnavas and to all the Vaishnavis. So, this first chapter of this book, which has been compiled from the English Harikatha of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. The title of the book is Search for Sri Krishna, Reality the Beautiful. So, we have left off in this book on the first chapter, and we're going to continue. So, you should try to pay very close attention. You should try. Otherwise, you won't be able to comprehend what Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj is saying. You won't be able to comprehend the depth of it. You won't be able to appreciate his divine and sublime mode of delivery of these truths. Extremely unique. So in this section of this first chapter, he has gradually come to the point of describing what is our situation in this world. What is our situation in this world? And he's basically presenting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his line when Mahaprabhu descended into this world. What did he preach? What did Mahaprabhu do while he was on this planet for 48 earthly years? What did he give to the world? He gave the Krishna conception. He gave Krishna consciousness. The understanding of the supreme, topmost, sublime truth of reality. What is the truth? What is the reality? We have to examine, we have to try to understand what is our situation as human beings living in this world. What's it about? Why? Why are we here? What are we meant to do in our life? What are we supposed to accomplish? What is our greatest need? What do we really need? Everyone has made a decision. What is their need in life? What do they need? And of course, on the most basic level of our existence, we need 4 things. What is that? 4 things.
Food and sleeping.
First is eating, sleeping, mating. Mating means male and female coming together. And the other one, the 4th one? Yes, defending. To defend ourselves. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha. Ahara means eating. Nidra means sleeping. Bhaya means to be afraid of something. To defend against something. Maitunam means to come together and reproduce our species. Do we see that going on in the animal societies? Cat society, dog society, bird society. Is there any society that we don't see that going on? How about the trees? Is it going on? These 4 things? With the plants and the trees? Yes, because there's a conscious living entity, Jivatma, in the tree. Otherwise the tree could not be living. Does the tree eat? How? With its roots. Any other way that the tree eats? Yes. What does it eat? The sun rays. Without the sun rays, the tree cannot live. It will die. Without the sun. Without water that it drinks through the roots, it cannot live. It will die. All insects, we see that that's what they do all day long. They search for food. Whether they're flies, ants, bees, wasps, any insect. All the birds. Do we see them moving here and there all the time? What are they doing? They're looking for food all day long. So, they are looking for food. So, what about the aquatic species who live in the water? Are they looking for food? Absolutely. They also eat each other. One fish eats another fish. Or worms or whatever. But they're eating. Do they sleep? Do all the living entities sleep? Yes, they sleep. Birds, human beings, fish, dogs, cats, all sleep. Do they mate and reproduce? Yes. There is a system given by nature that in every species they can reproduce. Do trees reproduce? Huh? Do they reproduce, trees? How? How do they do it? How does a tree reproduce? By seeds. Yes. Yes, they reproduce. If they didn't reproduce, we would gradually starve to death. We eat plants. They reproduce. Every life form, every form of life, human, animal, insect, they live by eating another living entity. They live by eating another living entity. So this system is created by God, Bhagavan, Supreme Lord. And every living creature is very busy. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But the human beings have a higher intelligence than the animals. The human beings can ask questions. What kind of questions? Where is food? Where do I find food? The dog also can ask that question. But the human being has a higher intelligence than the animals. And therefore the human being, that higher intelligence is given by the Supreme Lord for all human beings to find the purpose of their life, the purpose of their existence. To ask the questions, where have I come from? Where has this world come from? Why is this world existing? What's the purpose? These kind of questions can only be asked by human beings. So, these kind of questions will lead us to happiness. If we don't ask those questions, we will gradually suffer more. Why? Because our human life will be wasted, and again, we will have to be placed back down into lower species of life, and we'll have to wait for a very long time to again get a human body. So the human body is not meant just for eating and sleeping and so forth. Not the purpose of the human body. Yes, of course, we have to do that. The human body has to be utilized to maintain. But not to use all of our time and all of our energy in just maintaining. Eating and sleeping. Maintaining the family members. The dogs also do that. But the humans are meant for higher purpose. If they utilize their human form of life for the higher purpose, to realize who I am, what I am, where I am, all these kind of questions, they're the most essential. There's no other questions as important as these questions. And if we don't ask these questions, we will be the losers. We will lose. They already served? We will be the losers if we don't ask those questions. So Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, he's explaining to us without searching for Krishna, without trying to understand gradually, step by step, to go to the highest goal of life, to go to the highest conception of life. If we don't, then what result can we expect? What can we expect as a result? So, only death. He says, only death is waiting for us. And now Srila Sridhar Maharaj very clearly explains that the people of the modern civilization, they think that they're very advanced in knowledge, in science, all of this. They're very proud. Oh, we are very advanced. But death is waiting for them. Only death. Whether they die from old age, or whether they die from an atomic bomb exploding, nuclear weapons. But death is waiting. And you cannot avoid it. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is confronting. He's telling that this bogus human civilization, they don't care to solve the biggest problem. Biggest problem is death. They think that they can solve it by science and not die. But no. Death must come. It must come. But it can be solved so that you don't have to take birth again. Yes, body will die. But you can surmount this cycle of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death, samsara. So every single living entity dies, and every single living entity takes birth. And they grow old, and then they suffer from diseases. We told that in the last class. So really, this is the greatest danger for everyone. It's danger. That death is waiting. You have to do something about it. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying that you should now come with very strong courage. You know, courage? Strong courage. You should come with courage. You should face this real problem. Not try to avoid it. You should face it straight on. How do I overcome death? So, if you cannot solve this problem, like he's talking, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is confronting the scientists, the big thinkers. He says, if you cannot solve this problem, then you go away. You leave this, we will solve the problem. You leave it to us, and we will prove that this world is ultimately the place of perfect happiness. Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. Because if you understand the Atma, you will always be happy. There will be no problems. Even if you have a material body, but you understand, I'm not this body, I'm soul, I'm part and parcel of Krishna, I should serve Krishna. If you understand that, you will be happy. Whole world will, the whole world can become happy if they understand the truth. And then they do something about it by serving the Supreme Lord. So now Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying, how can you understand this? You will have to go very deep, he said. You have to dive. Like if you dive into the water, you have to dive deep. You have to dive deep, and your diving deep should not be on the level or the plane of the body and the mind. The body and the subtle body. No, that's not diving deep. You will have to dive deep into the reality that is within you. You have to go into the reality that is within you. And he says, this reality, it is not something foreign. It is not a foreign thing. You know this word foreign? It is not a foreign thing. And you cannot acquire this reality within you just by money. So this reality is the soul. That is our very self. And the soul is within everyone, within every living entity. The soul, the Atma, the Jiva, is within the bodies of the insects also. And the soul is also in the trees. So we will have to rise up to the plane of the soul, the level of soul consciousness. That's what we have to do. We have to eliminate even the physical and the mental coverings of ourself. We have to find our own self. Eliminate these: body, mind, subtle body. And when you do that, you will find the key. You will find the clue, like a clue. You're looking for something, you're searching. And if you go into the level of the soul, then you will find how this world is a proper world. It is a world where it is good to be living in this world. You will find that by searching for the soul. So he's telling here, there is a solution. There is a problem, but there is also a solution. You want to solve a problem, then you have to find the solution. Our problem is death in this material world. So we have to find the solution. And how can we do that? Oh, all the great Mahajans, the great saints, they have all given information to us how to find this solution. And he's even telling here that in every religious sect, every sect, religious sect, to some extent, there is some information given. But he says here, we are claiming that actually no other country outside of India, no other country outside of India has given this highest conception, the highest conception of the spiritual world. Yes, we are claiming this to the whole world. You don't know this, but we have knowledge of this because why? Because we have the Bhagavad Gita and we have Srimad Bhagavatam, and there all knowledge is given. So we are challenging all of you. We are challenging all of you. And we are not just living in our imagination. No. We are very practical thinkers. We think very practical. And we don't avoid any big problem by saying, no, that problem, it can't be solved. This is what the mundane scientists are. No, that problem can't be solved. No, we don't avoid any great problem. Neither do we want to try to earn prestige, fame. No. We don't want to be hoaxing people. Hoax means to trick people, to deceive them. No. So he is saying, now you should come. You should come and see whether this plane of reality is truly existing, and if this plane of reality can be found. So he's saying, you do not require to spend your energy, to give out any less energy. You can do what you're doing already. Do that. But take our program and try it and see. So now he's asking the question, where are you? This is the question that we all want to understand. Where am I? Didn't you ever reflect upon that in your life? Where am I? I have this mind, I'm thinking, I have this body, but where is the I? Where is that coming from? And then who is this I? Who? And what is the real nature of this world? So Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, in practically every other scripture, like the Bible or the Quran or in the Vedas, there is some information, some hint is being given about the true life of reality. What is real? What is our real life? Then he's asking the question, so all these different sources and religions and so, is this just a big hoax? Is this just a big hoax? You know this word? No, it's not a big hoax. But people are deceiving themselves. Self-deceivers. And what is happening as a result of their self-deception is that they are being dragged by the material nature into the land of debt and loans. And in that land, every action that they perform in this material world, every action that is performed, it has an equal and opposite reaction. This is a law of nature. You do something, there will be an equal reaction to what you are doing. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying that a divine civilization, it should be developed on this plane that we are currently living on. We should live in a divine civilization. And we have to try to go on the path in our life that has been suggested by who? Not by the bogus scientists and so forth, no. We have to go on a path that has been suggested by the great saints and by the Shastras, by the scriptures. That has to be our guide. So he's saying, it is not unreasonable. What we are telling, no, it's not unreasonable. It is not madness. So you should come and you should use your intelligence. You should apply it in this area, this domain of spiritual truth and spiritual reality. You should use your intelligence. So now, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is telling that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has given a solution. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a solution to all of our problems. Yeah. And what did he give? He gave an allegorical example. What is that example? There is a poor man. This is told by Mahaprabhu in Sanatan Siksha, when he was instructing Sanatan Goswami. So this man is a poor man. He has no wealth, no money. But Mahaprabhu is telling the story that there is an astrologer. And the astrologer sees the poor man and how the poor man is suffering. And he says to him, he says, oh, my dear sir, why are you suffering so much? Because I'm poor. No, you're not poor. I can see by your chart that you have a large amount of money, gold, valuable jewels, everything. But it is buried underneath the ground. And this has been left for you from your, ancestors. They have left this for you. So, you have to dig underneath the ground. Try to go and dig it up. But now, the astrologer was giving a warning that if you go to try to dig, you should not dig on the southern side. Don't dig on the south side. Why? Because that south side is the side of karma. Karma. That whatever you do in this world, it will bring some reaction. So if you try to dig on the south side, that karmic approach, it will capture you, it will disturb you. And then you will not have time to reach the proper solution. So then he says, and if you approach that hidden wealth that is under the ground, if you approach that from the western side, what is the western side? It is the side, the system of yoga. The yoga system, Ashtanga Yoga. So that side, what are the people trying to do who are trying to approach the wealth that they possess from that western side? What they're trying to do is they're trying to manipulate, to take the very subtle forces of nature, subtle energies of nature, and they want to attain supernatural mystic power. That's what they want. They will become so enchanted by this. So the astrologer is warning him, don't try to approach from that side. It will take your attention away from the actual goal. And then he says, by doing that activity in the yoga system, it will bring you in the wrong direction. It will create obstacles for you. Then he says, if you approach the treasure from the north side, there is a problem there also. It is called the Grand Brahmasmi. Brahmasmi. What is that? Oh, I am Brahma. The impersonal conception. So, with the help of misinterpreted Vedic logic, it is not correctly understanding. But this Vedic logic is misinterpreting and coming to the conclusion of impersonal absolute. So then, what will happen? Oh, you will enter into eternal samadhi. What is that? Like a great ghost, like a phantom will come and swallow you up. Your existence will be nowhere. You will not have your own existence even. This merging into the absolute. So then you will not be able to enjoy this result of getting your own wealth. Now comes the eastern side. 4 directions. We started with south, west, and north. Now comes the eastern side. He says, only if you approach that treasure from the eastern side with the help of devotion, then you will get the wealth very easily. And that direction is the direction in which the sun rises. The sun arises always in the eastern direction. It is giving light. So, that light, it is not prepared by our own hand. That light that is coming. That light is the source of all light. It is the revealed truth. That is the light. And we don't know about that, but it is being given to us from a higher domain. It is coming down to us. That is called revealed knowledge. It is revealed to us. And what is it? It is called bhakti. Bhakti, the path of devotion. So if you adopt that path in your search for the real wealth that is within you, and easily you will find your very own Atma. If you go through the pathway of bhakti, very easily you will find your own self. Yes. And this self, this Atma within you is most wonderful. Yes. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam. The soul, the Atma, is Ascharyavat. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna uses this word. It means amazing and wonderful. So when you discover that your own self, your very own self, is so wonderful, you will be ashamed at that time. When you discover this truth, you will be ashamed and you will think, how could I have been carried away? How could I have been carried away by the attraction, by the charm of this mundane world? How could that have happened to me? I am the soul. How is it possible for Maya to have such enchanting power over me that my own self, which is so wonderful and is so valuable, that my own self was drawn into illusion? How could that have been possible? You'll be thinking like that. The peace that is within me has been greatly admired by these spiritual stalwarts, by those who are serious spiritual practitioners, that within every Atma there is sublime peace. But somehow I have come in connection with the mortal things of this world, nasty, rotten things of this world. How? How could I have come into this? Somehow or other, it is a very wonderful thing that I was deceived, that I forgot my very own self. I forgot. I was covered over. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj has summarized in this way the step-by-step approach from the beginning of searching for the soul. And then from the level of the soul, of the Atma, now we have to go to another level called the Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. Because I am not everything, I am only a tiny Jivatma, but I'm very wonderful because I'm eternal. So we will have to go step by step from conceiving of the self, the Atma, then the super self, the Paramatma. Then we will have to go to the Narayan conception. Then we will have to go to the Vasudeva conception. And then we will have to go to the Krishna conception. So, this is the progressive, step-by-step understanding and God realization. Yes, this is a science. It is not unscientific. It is really science. This is called Vigyan. Vigyan means scientific knowledge. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 2, Krishna is using this term. Jnanam teham savigyanam. Jnanam teham savigyanam idam vakshami asheshataha. Yaj gyatva neha bhuhyo nyaj gyatavyam avashishyate. This verse, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, he says, "O Arjuna, I will now explain to you this scientific knowledge. I will explain to you this scientific knowledge not only about the soul, but also about the potency, about the power of the soul." So, the mind and the senses and the modes of material nature, they are all not Atma, they are material. They are non-Atma. Non-Atma. The body, the mind, modes of nature, senses, this is all non-Atma. It is all material. So there is a direct approach. There is also an indirect approach towards the Supreme Reality. Direct, indirect. If you want to approach the Supreme Reality, the Supreme Truth, so now Krishna is telling Arjuna, now I will explain to you. Jnanam teham savigyanam. Please listen very attentively. So then he says, what is this? This jnanam, this vigyanam? There is myself. Krishna is telling, there is myself and my power, my potency. That is what is existing. Me and my potency, Krishna is saying. So the jiva who is the living entity, he is the marginal potency. And all of these material universes, material worlds, are filled up with this jiva, marginal potency. He is everywhere. Now, if the jiva shakti, this spiritual potency, if we were going to withdraw this jiva potency from this universe, what would be left? He said everything would simply be stone. Just dull matter. And then who would care for any exploiting of the things of this world? No. If the jiva were taken out of this world, it would just be stone. There'd be no trees, no people, no animals, nothing living. It would be stone. And who would care then to try to exploit? So, this tendency towards exploitation, if the jiva were not here in this material world, if the jiva were withdrawn from matter, then there would be no tendency for exploitation, and everything would be dead. So the soul has entered into this material consciousness, and the soul has made it into a moving thing. You understand? Moving? Moving. Not just sitting. Does this building have legs, and does this building move anywhere? No. But because the soul has entered material elements, like our bodies, therefore the body can move only because of the soul. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is telling you should understand this properly. You should try to understand this very properly in a scientific way. Yes. Then he says, if you want to understand the higher conception, that there is a much finer world, yes? And this finer world that we don't see with our eyes, it is real. So, but you are trying very hard to make your position in this world, even though it is not real. You consider that this material world is unreal, but still you're trying to make your position here. So now he quotes the verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is a very interesting verse. It's in the 2nd chapter. It's near the end of the 2nd chapter, verse 69. And he's talking about Nisha, night. Night means when persons are asleep at night. So here Krishna tells, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Samyami Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Mune. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna that you are asleep to your own real self-interest. The real truth, you are asleep to that. But you are awake in this plane of self-deception, of deceiving your own self. So he's just paraphrasing what Krishna is telling here. Just coming to the main point, that there are living entities who are asleep to self-realization. Most people, they're actually asleep. That's why we have the song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where he is telling that Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu is calling out to all of the living entities. What is he saying? Jeev Jago! Jeev Jago! Gaura Chandra Bole. Kota Nidra Jao Maya, Maya Pisha Chira Kole. Oh Jivas, how long will you go on sleeping? You should wake up, Jiva. Jago, Jago. Wake up, Jivas. Don't keep on sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya. What is the word in Russian language for witch? Huh? Vedma. Oh, that's a Vedma. Because in Sanskrit, Ved means knowledge. Okay, anyway, witch.
Also, if you translate this if you translate with Vedma, it means before, and it's ancient Russian. It was never like it was knowledgeable mother. But after they...
Knowledge about what? Matter.
Mother, with knowledge.
Mother?
Yes, but years by years, meaning changed, the opposite.
Anyway.
Christians changed it to bad meaning.
Before was positive meaning. Now completely.
Okay, so a witch is not a nice person, right? Because witches are always trying to harm people for their own purposes. And they use many, we call it spells, to cast a spell, to hypnotize people like this, and then to exploit them. So Mahaprabhu has called out living entities, Jeev Jago, you should wake up now. Don't go on sleeping many, many lifetimes in the lap of the witch called Maya. Maya Devi is like a witch for the sleeping jivas. Yes. Now Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he's telling, we have a few more minutes of our class. He's saying that we must establish ourselves in the plane of reality. We must try also, as we are trying to enter the plane of reality, we must try to extend this help to others to also come and enter that plane. So then he says here, what does it mean to preach? If someone is going to preach, what does it mean? So he's describing here that the person who will go to preach, he has the following mood and mindset in his attempt to preach to others. What is that? He's thinking like this, that I sincerely have faith in Krishna consciousness. And I also relish this Krishna consciousness to the utmost. And I find also that my future prospect, what is possible for me to attain, it is here in Krishna consciousness. And because I feel that this Krishna consciousness is very tasteful, it is also very useful, and it is very wholesome and pure. So because I have this sincere faith, I have come to distribute it to you, my friends. This is how the Krishna conscious preacher will approach others. Because of this, I've come to distribute this to you, my friends. So he says we should guide our lives according to the principles of Krishna consciousness. That's the message. Now you should take this up in your life and guide your life according to the principles of Krishna consciousness as taught by the spiritual master. So you should take it. You should accept it. This is the preacher. The preacher is telling, you should accept this. And you will be successful then. You will fulfill your real goal of life. You will be successful. This is how a devotee will go to preach. I have an interesting experience in my own spiritual life, that when I was so young and then I received my initiation acceptance letter from my spiritual master, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And I read his letter very carefully. And at the end of the letter, he says, so now you should go on as you are doing. I had already been living this life for 1 year. I was just turning 19 years of age when I met him. But for 1 year, from the age of 18, I was already living this life, practicing everything. Going out every day, 6 hours a day, chanting and dancing on the streets. Yes. And now Prabhupada was acknowledging my request letter to him. Not only I received a letter, but even within 2 days of receiving that letter, Srila Prabhupada physically came, and I met him and saw him. For 3 days he stayed with us. So on that letter, he was encouraging me, and he was telling me that you should go on in this way, how you are doing. Regularly you are chanting your rounds. Yes, your Harinam, you are chanting. Regularly you are chanting. You should go on reading our literatures also, reading our books, our literatures. You should also go out, as you are doing, for some kirtan on the streets, in the public, and practicing all of these activities. So you should go on in this way. He said, continue to live like this. And what will happen? Then he said, if you go on in this way, and you will be happy. You will be happy. And your life will know success. That was his last word. Your life will know success. Yes. In other words, your human form of life, you will succeed to fully utilize this human form and achieve the highest goal. Your life will be successful. And then he signed it. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Like that. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying that we should approach everyone with God consciousness. We should approach people, everyone, with Krishna consciousness. We should go on doing this. And we must show to the people how God consciousness ultimately merges in Krishna consciousness. Whatever conception of God someone will have, that is okay. But we must demonstrate and show them how your understanding of God, whether you're a Muslim believing in Allah, whether you're Hindu believing in this demigod and that demigod and all of this, Christian, doesn't matter. Whatever conception of God you have, we must, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying, we must show how your understanding of God, as it develops higher, ultimately it will merge in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness. It will merge into that. He says we have to prove this very dexterously. Dexterous means very expertly. Very expertly we have to present. We have to prove step by step that what? Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. That's what we have to prove to everyone. That Krishna, the Krishna conception, Akhil Rasamrita Murti, he is the very form of all rasa and nectar. So what is Krishna consciousness? What is this Krishna consciousness? Rupa Goswami has given a scientific definition. What is that? Rasa, pleasure, cannot be avoided. No one can avoid pleasure. That's what they want. And it's called rasa. We are all after rasa. That's what we're after. Everyone, every unit, even the smallest unit of the world, they are all hankering for after rasa. Always. Always everyone is looking for rasa, happiness, ecstasy. And all possible phases of rasa, all different phases of ecstasy and rasa, they are all personified in Krishna. That's what Krishna is. So try to understand how it is. What is rasa? What is its nature? How can a comparison in rasa, comparing different rasas, how can that be drawn? So in this way, step by step, you will have to come to the Krishna conception of Godhead. You will have to come to that, because it is the ultimate conclusion. It is not a tale from the ancient Indian scriptures, like some kind of mythology. No. Krishna is not the object of a tale, but he is fact. You have to come out and you have to face that living fact, that reality. We shall try our best to show you how it can be a fact. Krishna is a fact. He is a reality. And that reality is for itself. Reality is for itself. That he exists for himself. Anyway, I'm finishing today's reading at this point. We haven't come to the end of this chapter yet, but very meticulously, Srila Sridhar Maharaj has given this understanding that ultimately we are Atma, we are soul. So therefore we can never become happy in the material world, no matter how hard we try. But we are trying for happiness. And that is our destiny, to become truly happy. Because it's within our Atma, our connection with the Supreme Atma. That is called Krishna consciousness. So for this Krishna consciousness, we will have to progress, and we will have to strive. We will have to try very, very hard in this human form of life to go in that direction. Why? Because Krishna is rasa. Krishna is the embodiment of all rasa. Akil Rasamrita Murti. That is the statement of Rupa Goswami in the very first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Akil Rasamrita Murti. That Krishna is the complete form of all nectar of rasa. Rasa Amrita. Akil Rasamrita Murti. So we will continue in the next class. There's considerable more. One more class and then we'll be able to finish this conception. Yes. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Any questions or comments? We can take a couple of minutes if there are any questions or any comments. Okay, what is your question?
I was thinking, if Krishna and Radha love each other, then how the Jews...
If Krishna what?
Krishna and Radha love each other. They have
Love.
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 How the humans skip it, the Jews skip into this.
Speak into the microphone.
How Jews are getting into, because there is Krishna and Radha love with each other, but how we get into this? I mean, okay, probably.
Krishna and Radha are what?
Love each other.
They love each other. Yeah.
and how humans, Jews, they stick,
How the humans what?
get
Speak into the mic.
stick into this love.
What?
How humans come in to do something with this.
How the humans come to do something with what?
With the love of between Radha and Krishna.
How humans can perceive that love.
No. What we have to do with this? I mean, it's side. We are not involved in this.
Speak into the
We are
microphone.
not involved in this. It's like their love and what we do.
We are not involved in that, and it's their love.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's there. Why do we like involved into this?
How do we what?
Involved in the love.
How do we get involved in their love?
Yes.
By bhakti.
But should we
By bhakti. Huh?
But it's not like our business.
What's not our business?
No, because their individuality, so they must be. It must be belong to them only. It must only be theirs.
Do you understand?
Okay, I might
Say it in Russian, what you're trying to ask, and then I can try to understand your actual question.
Вот, скажи, я что-то тоже не понимаю.
Я спросил, так как Радха и Кришна личности,
Окей.
и они любят друг друга, как человеческие дживы, почему они в этот процесс,
Почему они должны, то есть,
в этой любви?
дело богов, в чем мы должны как бы, с ними, да, вместе? Вот это происходит?
Ну да, примерно.
Like they together gods, Krishna and Radha, and we are just a soul. So it's not our deal to be with them because they like. Why we have to just
They love
be with them?
how we can, why we should interfere
Trying to
with
ask
this.
this.
How we can what?
No, like what we are just a soul, so we just very small. Why we have to just go with these private things what doing two gods, Krishna and Radha? Like it's not our deal.
No, their love is their love, and we are just a
This is
side.
what he asking.
We are human souls.
Huh?
This is what he asking.
We don't belong
Why
to
we
the-
have to come under business between two gods, and we have to
dive in personalities. There is to dive in personalities, they love each other. What we do with this? What have we to do with this with you?
I'm still not understanding.
Okay, then I better ask next time. I'll try to.
Said basically there is Krishna and Radha.
Yes.
They have amoric love between each other.
Yes.
There are, should I say, already big manjaris and dasis already there.
Should what?
They are already in Vaikunta, dasis and manjaris. So what he's saying, we are small jiva. Why do we have to go to that level? And why should we go between, why should we witness the love of Radha and Krishna? That's his question. What role do we have in that love?
What goal?
Role.
Role.
roll.
What role do we have?
Something that's what we're trying to
Okay. Are you ready? So are you actually asking this question? Or is it only some theoretical question? You must what?
Think about it, not believe it.
But all of our kata, everything that we're studying is based upon the relationship that we have with the Supreme Soul.
Yes, but
This whole process that we are involved in, very fortunate that we have found this knowledge of Vedic truth. And the Vedic truth is explaining that we are Atma. We just heard that for the whole class today. That we're not this physical body. So where are we meant to be? And he has just described this as for the last 2-3 classes, we've been hearing that we are seeking rasa. Wait. Listen. We are seeking rasa. Yes or no? Do you want happiness or do you want suffering? Do you want happiness, you, or do you want suffering? Which one do you want?
Suffering is also rasa.
What?
Suffering is also rasa. Like white and black.
Listen, you're unnecessarily making this complicated, and it is not complicated. It is a very simple thing. Jiver Swarup Hoy, Krishner Nitya Das. The very Swarup of the Jiva is to serve Krishna. So what does that service to Krishna, what will it ultimately take the form and shape of? Some impersonal? Or will we actually meet Krishna himself? Will we meet, think what I'm asking, will we meet Krishna or not? Yes or no? Will we meet Krishna? Yes, but what?
But at the end, Maharaj said Krishna is self. He doesn't need anything.
Krishna is what?
Self-providing, self.
But, okay, so you really need to study the subject matter of rasa, okay? Yes, Krishna is Atmaram, Krishna is Aptakam, he's all these things. But because he's the source of all rasa, of all ecstasy, and his very own Shakti, his Swarup Shakti, takes the form of Srimati Radharani, and all of the expansions of Radharani, the whole spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, is composed of what? Of different units of tasting rasa. Each and every devotee is tasting rasa by serving Krishna in their loving relationship with Krishna. They have a relationship with Krishna. That relationship is an exchange of rasa. Now you may ask the question, well, there's millions and billions and trillions, unlimited numbers of jivas. Why does Krishna need my service?
Even anyone.
Yeah, anyone. Why does Krishna need anyone's service?
Providing self.
Huh?
He is self-satisfying, self-providing. He is not attached to anything.
No, that is only tattva gyan, what you're talking. Has nothing to do with rasa. Nothing to do with rasa. Oh, he's big, and therefore he doesn't need any of us. No. That would be a miserable situation if that were the truth. That would be a horrible situation for all living entities. That's like the Christian concept. God is there in heaven. You know, he's there, but we're here. And we're going to live our life and we'll worship him, but we have no relationship. Will I play with him? Will I interact with God? The Krishna conception is the complete conception of God, which is understood through rasa vichar, rasa tattva. That he is rasa. He's unlimited reservoir of all rasa. And he wants to taste rasa from each and every part and parcel of him. Each jiva, he wants to taste rasa from them. This is the amazing thing about Krishna. He doesn't need us. It's not a question of need. But Krishna wants to taste rasa. So if you can't understand this topic of rasa, and how Krishna is made of rasa, how Krishna is the source and the reservoir of all rasa, then you cannot understand this philosophy. Krishna wants to taste rasa, and therefore each and every tiny little jiva is very important to Krishna. This should be very encouraging to us, because Krishna personally wants you to have a relationship with Him. He's not impersonal. He's personal. That's why He's with you in your heart, because He's waiting for you, the Jivatma, to turn to Him and have a relationship with Him. Understand? He's not impersonal. This is an impersonal understanding. Oh, Radha and Krishna, they have their relationship, so what part do we play? No, we play a part. That will be given to us when we become qualified. We will take birth in Krishna's pastimes, in His Leelas. We will have our own spiritual form. We will be with Krishna forever, forever, forever. So anyway, there was no Russian translation of what I just told. But don't think like this. Don't have such a doubt. Oh, Radha and Krishna, they're the Supreme Absolute Truth. They have their loving pastimes. What are we going to do? No, you're going to take part in their loving pastimes. You will be assisting them. You will be assisting them. Not just directly, you will be assisting them also through their assistance. Through the gopis, through the manjaris, and even the cowherd boys. They are also assisting Krishna in His pastimes. So you have to go beyond the Christian conception that God is there, but we don't really have a relationship with Him. No. The Vedic conception is that you are eternally His part and parcel, and you have a spiritual body waiting for you in the spiritual world, where you will experience a life of unlimited, ever-expanding ecstasy and joy in rasa, tasting rasa. All right, now we will sing for 2 minutes and then we will finish our class. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe. 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Brindai Tulsi Debai Priyai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha. Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. All glory to the assembled devotees. Sya Slava Savrafyam Sya Priyadanim.